My old top loader Maytag Performa, part no. 35 to 5369, quit doing the spin cycle. The water didn't drain and my wife heard an abnormal noise. So I vacuumed the water out of the drum, removed the clothes, opened the top, and took off the front panel to observe. Here's what I found. A. When I selected spin, the motor jumped, hummed like it was laboring hard, rotated very slowly, and quickly gave off a burning smell. So it seemed to me as if the transmission or brake were holding it back. B. I leaned it over to get access underneath and I removed the belt. This time when I ran the spin cycle, the motor ran freely. I reached inside the drum and attempted to spin it by hand. It didn't. I was able to spin it, but there was quite a bit of resistance. While doing this, there wasn't any noise that I could hear above the noise of the spinning motor. Now when I shut the spin cycle switch off, the motor spooled down and when close to stopping, it gave off a few soft, high-pitched squeaks. Now from my layman's viewpoint, it wouldn't seem like the motor is the problem. Although the motor bearings do sound like they might need a little lube. So a few questions. 1. Have I observed and described enough to determine where the resistance is coming from, brake, transmission, or both? 2. Is it difficult to troubleshoot further? 3. Would it be worth playing replacement mechanic and just replace the whole brake/trans chassis, or would it be better to disassemble it and try to find the offending part? 4. I'm not sure whether I can even get parts for this machine. Might it be better to shop for a new or used machine?
Hello, and thank you for using this service. I'll be helping you with your problem today. To me, it sounds like your motor is bad at the very least. You also want to tip the washer back and spin the other two pulleys to see if they spin freely going both directions. The other small pulley is the drain pulley and the large center pulley is the transmission. The transmission should spin fairly freely one direction, and the other direction it will have a lot of resistance but should still turn without grinding or friction. If either of those pulleys don't spin smoothly, then you need to replace the drain pump or transmission respectively. With the conjunction of the motor definitely going bad based on the squeaking you heard, lubing will do nothing to correct it since it's a sealed bearing on these motors. It's probably time to get a new washer if you have a problem with the transmission.
The pump is good. The transmission pulley has gritty resistance in the direction that the motor drives it during spin cycle. It rotates freely the other direction, and in doing so it only moves the agitator. Sounds to me like it would fit your statement. It's probably time to get a new washer. But I'm not yet satisfied. So far your answer is pretty general and didn't address my questions. I purposely selected the detailed option and asked specific questions because I am out of work and I'm pinching pennies. I wanted enough detail to equip me to decide more critically whether I have the resources to actually do this repair myself and get by for a while. My thinking was that given enough troubleshooting/repair detail, and the parts/special tools, I'm pretty confident that I could repair the transmission myself. My guess is that so equipped I might possibly even do it for somewhere around half the price of a new entry-level washer. But I'd need more detail from you. Maybe you can point me to an assembly manual with exploded parts diagram or something.
Hello from our service, my name is Chaz. I am so happy to help you today. I would like to say that we are also on the honor system. I in good faith am going to do my utmost to ensure your satisfaction. Please, before rating me, make sure that I have answered all your questions. The model number for this Performa should actually begin with PAV normally. Can you double check that number?
Thanks, Chris. I've scoured the unit several times and the closest number I can find to a SN is under the lid. It's part number 35 to 5369. I was wondering if that was just the part number for the lid itself. Anyway, I took some pics and my plan is to send them to Maytag to see if they can help identify. Once done, I'll get back to you.
If it is a PAV model, it will be on top of the console, not in the lid area.
Chris, the model number just isn't on the washer anywhere. And the Maytag company couldn't or wouldn't help me determine from pictures what the model number is. So I don't think I could determine the necessary parts even if you were able to give me sufficient detail on troubleshooting or repair. I don't want to beat a dead horse. I guess I'm done. Dale.
I understand beating a dead horse, wish I could have been more help. If there is anything else I can help you with today, just let me know. You can continue asking questions for as long as you like, even after you rate me. Bonuses are welcome if I have helped you a lot, however they are not mandatory.
When I signed up for this, I was given the ability to choose the level of urgency and level of detail for the answer. I didn't want the speed and chose not to pay for it, but yet I got it anyway. And I wanted high detail and paid for that, but I got low detail. And the rating mechanism at the end of this process doesn't seem to be tied in at all with those parameters. I'm asked to provide a more subjective overall satisfaction evaluation. That's kinda goofy. The notion that an expert's pay is directly tied to a customer's subjective assessment is ridiculous, especially when the payment level at the beginning was set up between the customer and the business, not the expert, and using different, more objective parameters. How would I rate my satisfaction with the service? Well, I was expecting to be supplied some detailed product troubleshooting information that would help me to determine what specifically needs fixing. And I was hoping to get enough detail to help me determine what the fix would actually be, and whether that would be doable by myself, given parts availability and my existing tools. What I got from Tyler were some high-level troubleshooting steps that helped me confirm that my tranny unit was one culprit, but nothing specific. And I also got the understanding that my motor has a sealed bearing and my squeaky bearings will sooner or later be a problem as well. Now when I asked for more specific information, I was directed to you. And you couldn't help me because I couldn't provide you enough information, model number, to do anything. So I'm only partially satisfied. But I'll grant okay service to Tyler, so he gets some credit for his work, and I'll resent your company JustAnswer for putting that on me. As for evaluating you, I don't think this evaluation would apply to you one way or another. Nothing personal, but I didn't ask for a different expert, and you didn't actually help me. Objectively speaking, I would say that I'm only on the hook to the JustAnswer for low urgency and low detail. I should be refunded the difference between those options and what I paid for. Thank you.
I understand your frustration, however Tyler gave up on you. Have the first response to your question. I have attempted on trying to help you since I did work for Maytag for many years. I am sorry that you feel this way about it.
I don't think you understand because I'm not frustrated. It's not about feeling. I'm just giving an evaluation of what I thought I paid for and what I received. No big deal.
Maytag made hundreds of models, and you want repair help. You did not even post a picture of the machine to see if we could help. You went straight to the manufacturing and they ignored you even as you were not worth their time to answer. What did you expect from us? You could not even provide a model number.
I'm not trying to fight with you. I only expected a detailed answer. I supplied to Tyler what I thought was the part number of the washer. I didn't hear anything from him that it wasn't a correct model number. I would have expected Tyler to tell me that it wasn't correct, or that he didn't have enough to go on. Then when I asked for more detail, I was passed to you without explanation. And when I mentioned to you that I couldn't find a proper ID and that maybe Maytag could tell me from pictures what model I had, you said nothing about sending pictures to you either so you could take a stab at it. I don't expect anything from you. I'm not complaining. I'm not asking for more than you can give. I'm only saying that I shouldn't have to pay for a detailed answer when one wasn't possible in this situation. Nothing personal.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.